Unlike indoor sports like basketball and hockey, NASCAR faces unique challenges when it comes to weather. NASCAR is not able to race on the oval in the rain. The high speeds and narrow margins for air on banked ovals makes any deviation from the optimal conditions potentially life-threatening. The tires that NASCAR uses are not able to withstand the speeds of the high banked ovals in the rain with water dripping down the racetrack, unlike other racing series. NASCAR season is extremely long and it starts from February to November. That includes winter, summer, spring, and fall, all 4 weather seasons, and it has produced some wild moments. Mostly rain in particular poses a significant challenge for NASCAR, especially on the high-speed ovals where NASCAR racing becomes impossible to do in wet conditions. While other racing series use rain tires and have drainage systems on most of their road courses, NASCAR's heavy stock cars struggle to navigate a rain-soaked racetrack at high speeds. The unpredictability of weather has led to some of the most memorable moments in NASCAR history, such as races either being postponed, rain shortened, even lightning shortened, and many other wild moments, such as one of the most iconic rain moments in recent years, the NASCAR 2022 Daytona regular season finale, where the entire pack drove into turn number 1, it started pouring, and everybody crashed.
He's got some help with him.
Into the wall they go. The 11 now also caught up in it. The whole Haley. The 3 of Austin Dillon squeezes through. He is in front. And look at virtually the only car to clear it.
And
the free pass, and it's starting to rain.
It is raining right here. The heavy rain has moved over the grandstands. As we sat here looking out the window,
we are the leader.
It became clear. I mean, there were, I'll tell you how it started, but it's like 4 or 5 things happening all at once.
Other races that have seen rain impact the race while it's going on live is the 2021 New Hampshire race. It was only 5 laps into the race where Kyle Busch, the race leader, drove off into turn number 1. As it was raining, NASCAR did not throw a caution, sending Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, and a couple other cars crashing into the wall in the pouring rain. One of the most iconic rain delays was the 2012 Daytona 500. This was the first time the Daytona 500 has ever been moved to a Monday night race due to weather. The rain delay lasted an entire 36 hours, something that has been unheard of in NASCAR. What ensued after this monster rain delay was one of the most iconic Daytona 500s in the history of NASCAR.
We're watching the radar here, and it unfortunately looks like another band of light to moderate rain moving across the speedway here. This moisture just continues to move towards Daytona. We'll continue to watch the radar.
Plans to start the race at noon were soon washed down the drain.
Early Monday morning, it was obvious that midday wasn't going to be an option.
And everybody just sort of went, we must be done.
Weather was coming in, it wasn't going to stop raining, so we actually decided before the noon time, okay, let's pick the time we think we can get the race in.
We were in coordination as to, when we could get the race in, when they could get the race in, and, when would be the best time to put it on the air for television.
Fox actually came back to us with they said, well, as an option, here's what we can do. Based on the weather forecast, the effort to run the Daytona 500 is now shifting from noon until 7 p.m. this afternoon.
The 2001 All-Star race was actually one of the first ever races to be interrupted by rain as the race was going on live. The race had just started as the flagman waved the green flag. It started raining in turn number 1 like so many other instances, and the entire field crashed.
And Steve Park, boy, real loose on the start, almost spun.
A bunch of guys did. Jeff Burton got in the back of Tony Stewart and turned him sideways. Oh, car sideways. All the cars are loose down in the corner. The track is wet. It's Gordon, Michael Walter, Kevin 29 car. All these cars are wrecking because I believe it might be raining down there.
And the rain is coming even
raining.
harder.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What a way to start this event.
For some drivers, what a way to end it.
Unbelievable.
They waved the green flag.
With it being an all-star race, NASCAR allowed the competitors that were crashed to go to a backup car. Eventual winner Jeff Gordon had to go to a backup car and did not have to go through inspection. He was able to go back on the track when the race restarted and took home the win that night. Beyond rain, there is even more instances where NASCAR has had some pretty wacky weather moments, such as the giant wind gust in the 2016 race at Las Vegas. It also had a sandstorm going on at that exact moment.
So they are holding the field for a lap or two, hoping this big dust devil blows through. Here's Kyle Busch's team. Out of the fog into the smog.
Wow. Look at that. We can hardly see the cars.
Let's talk about fog. It is something that is hard to drive in from your day-to-day job. You may be going to work, you may be coming home from work, going to school, or anything like that. But when you're driving over 200 miles per hour at a track that you can't even see on the other side of, it becomes extremely dangerous. Well, the 2016 Pocono race had fog that rolled in and plagued the race. Chris Buescher ended up staying out and did not pit during this time. The caution fell, and he was declared the winner. He won his first ever NASCAR race because of fog. A lot of NASCAR drivers' final career wins actually came in rain-shortened races. Two notable drivers is most popular driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. and fan favorite Carl Edwards. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s final win came in 2015 at Phoenix. Phoenix of all places. Phoenix, Arizona, a desert. Nobody anticipated rain at the penultimate race of the 2015 season. Rain plagued the event all day long until the race was pushed to evening. Then it was pushed to nighttime. Once the race got going, everybody knew that the race would most likely be called due to rain because rain was still in the area. Dale Jr. made a pit stop and came out as a leader, and then the rain came as he was in the lead. Dale Earnhardt Jr. brought the field down under caution to pit road as the race was stopped. Dale Jr. was then declared the winner as the race had been called official since the race was past halfway. Unknowing at the time, but Carl Edwards' win at Texas Motor Speedway in 2016 that was rain-shortened would be his final win in the NASCAR Cup Series. This win launched him into the championship 4 spot where he had a shot to win a championship. There have been many lightning strikes also that have either postponed or halted races as lightning was in the area. The 2006 NASCAR Xfinity race at Bristol saw a snow delay. It started having a couple snow flurries that turned into a decently sized snowfall. During the red flag, NASCAR drivers and race fans actually ended up playing in the snow. Even the pit crew members got in on the action and created some snowmen.
On the radio and was like, are they going to throw a caution because you can't
got a
see?
snowball fight. Let's go outside and have a snowball fight, Jamie.
You're on your own. It's cold outside.
Oh, come on.
All right, so Jeff, you and Darrell have seen a
These teams, hey, you might as well have fun.
Right.
If you got to work in this kind of weather, you might as well play in this kind of weather.
Well,
but I'm not going outside that door right now.
No, why not? Go to your cutaway car.
Walk out there right now and see if they don't wear you out.
You should have a cutaway snowmobile with all the connections you have.
What is Busch doing right there? What's he doing? He's throwing to the grandstands.
I wonder if he no, he's I think Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart's right over there. So.
No.
There have even been some strange weather conditions that even have postponed races for several days, such as the 1993 Atlanta race. There was a giant snowstorm that occurred and the race had to be postponed until the next weekend. The wind and snow caused more than $300,000 in damages to the racetrack, and trees were blown all over the facility. Also, another snow delay was in 2018 during the Martinsville Spring Race. This is a weird one because nobody really even expected snow to fall, and snow fell and it came big time. The race had to be postponed for a whole day as NASCAR had to clear off all the snow from the track. Despite the tough challenges of unpredictable weather, NASCAR still keeps its loyal fans hooked on exciting races. It shows how drivers and fans never give up when faced with adversity. When you're at a race and the weather is not great, remember you're a part of a long history where each race is like a brave fight against nature. So if you ever find yourself at the track in bad weather, know that you're adding to a strong tradition of NASCAR fans, and drivers of never giving up, making NASCAR even more special.